So hi there students, welcome back to another video lesson. So after nating i-present sa inyo yung lesson natin last week, yung week 1, which is the illustration of linear inequalities in two variables, as well as yung pag-graph natin. So for this week 2, so we will be discussing about how to solve word problems involving linear inequalities in two variables. So, hindi po kasi sapat na alam natin yung concepts about linear inequalities in two variables. We also need to apply these concepts to word problems, especially yung real-life word problems. So, let's start. So, let's have the lesson objectives. First, we will solve word problems on linear inequalities in two variables. And then the second one, we will solve word problems on systems of linear inequalities in two variables. So, may pinagkaiba po yung dalawa na yan. So, yung una nating objective, ang pinag-uusapan lang po natin dyan is isang given, inequalities. Inequality in two variable. And then yung pangalawa naman pong objective, we have there the word systems. So, kapag systems na ating pinag-uusapan, more than one po yan. Ibig sabihin, dalawang inequalities or linear inequalities in two variables na ang involved. Kapag ginrap natin yon, dalawang line po ang makikita nyo sa coordinate plane. Unlike yung una nating objective, isa lang. So let us recall solutions in graphing linear inequalities in two variables. So, kaya siya recall, it means na i-discuss na po natin yun sa previous video lesson. So, the graph of a linear inequality in two variables is the set of all points in the coordinate plane whose ordered pairs satisfy the given inequality. On the other hand, the solution of a linear inequality is an ordered pair that makes the inequality true or satisfy the inequality. So, tinuruan ko po kayo kung paano yung mga steps sa pag-graph ng linear inequality. So, i-apply ulit natin sila, but this time, using word problems. And then, we have there the solution of a linear inequalities. Kung matatandaan nyo, meron tayo dong step na kung saan namimili tayo ng test point, alinman dun sa points na nasa coordinate plane, and then, kapag naging true siya, yung magiging shade is maaring above the line o kaya naman below the line. And then, kapag nag-false naman siya at supposedly dapat ang shaded region na is yung lower portion, masi-shade yung opposite side niya, yung upper portion. So, let's start problem number 1. Which of the following is a solution of the inequality 5x minus 3y is greater than or equal to negative 2? So, we have there the choices. So, 3 sets of ordered pairs. So, ang tinatanong lang po niya is, alin daw sa tatlong given na to, given points, ang solution ng given inequality. So, for us to be able to answer this question, kailangan nating i-substitute yung mga given ordered pairs dun sa inequality. So, let's start with letter A. So, let's write 5x minus 3y is greater than or equal to negative 2. And then, yung ordered pair natin na 0, 6, isa-substitute natin siya dun sa inequality. So, yung 0 is the x coordinate and then 6 is the y coordinate. So, 5 times 0 minus 3 times 6 is greater than or equal to negative 2. And then 5 times 0, that is 0. Minus 3 times 6, that is negative 18, is greater than or equal to negative 2. So 0 minus 18, that is negative 18, is greater than or equal to negative 2. Next, for letter B, again, isulat natin yung given inequality and then i-substitute natin yung negative 4, 2. So that will become 5 times negative 4 minus 3 times 2 is greater than or equal to negative 2. Next, multiply 5 times negative 4, that is negative 20. Negative 3 times 2, that is negative 6, is greater than or equal to negative 2. And then negative 20 minus 6, that is negative 26, is greater than or equal to negative 2. And then lastly, using negative 1, negative 5, so that is 5 times negative 1 minus 3 times negative 5 is greater than or equal to negative 2. 5 times negative 1, that is negative 5. And then negative 3 times negative 5, that is positive 15, is greater than or equal to negative 2. And then we add negative 5 plus 15 since unlike sign sila, we have to subtract them and then follow the sign of the bigger value. So that is 15 minus 5, 10, is greater than or equal to negative 2. So looking at the answers, so dun sa letter A natin, is negative 18 greater than or equal to negative 2? This is false. And then for letter B, negative 26 is greater than or equal to negative 2. This is also false. And then lastly, 10 is greater than or equal to negative 2. Of course, 10 is a positive integer and negative 2 is a negative integer. Therefore, this is true. So to answer the question, the ordered for negative 1, negative 5 satisfy the inequality 5x minus 3y is greater than or equal to negative 2. So let's have problem number 2. Which of the following inequalities has a solution of 2, negative 3? So kung kanina given yung inequality and then hinanap natin kung alin dun sa tatlong choices ang solution niya. So ngayon naman, given na yung solution, hahanapin natin alin sa tatlong inequalities na ito ang isasatisfy niya. So magiging true yung statement. So let's have letter A. 2 times 2 minus 5 times negative 3. So ang gagawin lang natin is isa-substitute lang natin yung given na ordered pair. Less than negative 6. So that is 2 times 2, 4. And then negative 5 times negative 3, that is positive 15, is less than negative 6. 4 plus 15, that is 19, less than 6. Negative 6. Next, y is greater than 5x minus 7. So that is negative 3 is greater than 5 times 2 minus 7. And then negative 3 is greater than 5 times 2, that is 10, minus 7. So, negative 3 is greater than the difference between 10 and 7, that is 3. Next, yung letter C, negative 3x is less than or equal to y plus 8. So, that is negative 3 times 2 is less than or equal to y, that is negative 3 plus 8. So, negative 3 times 2, that is negative 6, is less than or equal to negative 3 plus 8, that is 5. So, we follow the sign of the bigger value and then subtract. So, let's have letter A. So, 19 is less than negative 6. This is a false statement. It's because 19 is greater than negative 6, not less than negative 6. Next, negative 3 is greater than 3. This is also a false statement. It's because all positive integers are greater than negative integers. And then negative 6 is less than or equal to 5. This is a true statement. Mas maliit po yung negative 6 kesa sa 5. So, yung sagot natin dito is letter C. So, yung ating given inequality, pwede natin siyang i-rewrite using the standard form of linear inequalities in two variable. So, that is ax plus by and then blank c. So, kay blank yan is because depende po dun sa inequality symbol. So, yung negative 3x is less than or equal to y plus 8 should be written in standard form as negative 3x minus y is less than or equal to 8. So, bakit naging negative y? It's because yung y is sinubtract natin sa right side, say both sides, so magiging minus y talaga. And then, since yung numerical coefficient ng x is negative, we have to multiply the whole inequality by -1 or pwede rin namang i-divide. So, ang magiging sagot natin dito, that is 3x plus y. And then, since minultiply natin yung -1 para maging positive yung numerical coefficient ng x, yung inequality symbol natin na less than or equal to magiging greater than or equal to -8. So, ganun ang rule natin sa inequalities. So, kahit ba one variable yan, basta dinivide natin sa negative, mag-change yung sign. So, ito yung sagot. 3x plus y is greater than or equal to -8. So, let's have problem number 3. The sum of 5 peso coins and 10 peso coins is at most 250 pesos. Write an inequality statement to represent the problem and give 3 possible solutions. So, we have there two given. Yung 5 peso coins, tsaka yung 10 peso coins. And then, yung keyword natin dito is at most. So, since we are using the word at most, yung keyword na yan at most, it means less than or equal to. So, to write the inequality statement, let x be the number of 5 peso coins and y be the number of 10 peso coins. So, the inequality statement is 5x plus 10y is less than or equal to 250. So, yung x natin dyan is yung 5 peso coins. Yung y naman, yung 10 peso coins. And then, sabi ko nga kanina, yung at most, nagpe-pertain siya sa less than or equal to na symbol. Next, para makita natin yung 3 possible solutions, kailangan nating i-graph. So, i-graph natin yung 5x plus 10y is less than or equal to 250. So, yung first step natin, of course, replace the inequality symbol with an equal sign. So, magiging linear equation siya. And that is 5x plus 10y is equal to 250. So, after nating i-change yung inequality symbol into an equal sign para maging equation siya, so yung next na gagawin natin is kailangan natin kunin yung x and y intercepts. So, sulat lang natin ulit dito yung equation. 5x plus 10y is equal to 250. So, let's have x-intercept. 5x plus 10y is equal to 250. And then, to get the x-intercept, we set y to 0. So, magiging 5x plus 10 times 0 is equal to 250. And then, 5x plus 10 times 0, that is 0. So, 5x is equal to 250. And then, dividing both sides by 5. So, the value of x is 50. So, to write the x-intercept, that is 50, 0. Next, yung y-intercept naman, 5x plus 10y is equal to 250. And then, we set x to 0. Yung kabaligtaran niya. So, magiging 5 times 0 plus 10y is equal to 250. And then, 5 times 0, that is 0. So, matitira na lang po is 10y is equal to 250. And then, we divide both sides by 10. So, the value of y is 25. And then, to write the x-intercept, that is 0, 25. So, magkaiba po kung paano yung sinusulat ang x-intercepts tsaka yung y-intercept. Next, identify what type of line will be used. Since the inequality symbol of the given is less than or equal to, a solid line will be used in graphing. So, kitang-kita naman po, yung inequality symbol natin may guhit sa baba, yung equal, or yan, less than or equal to. So, it means, solid line po yung ating gagamitin. So, kung wala pong guhit yan sa ibaba, yung ating line is broken line. So, yung next step natin is to determine which part of the plane will be shaded by choosing one test point. So, alin man dun sa mga points sa coordinate plane pwede natin gamitin as long as nag-i-exist sila. So for this example, we'll use 10, 20. So ang gagawin lang natin is isa-substitute natin yung ordered pair na 10, 20 dun sa given inequality. So let's write 5x plus 10y is less than or equal to 250. And then substitute 10, 20. So magiging 5 times 10 plus 10 times 20 is less than or equal to 250. So 5 times 10, that is 50, plus 10 times 20, that is 200, is less than or equal to 250. And then we add 50, 200, that is 250, is less than or equal to 250. So 250 is less than or equal to 250. This is a true statement. Okay? So it's because meron tayo ditong or equal to. So kung less than lang siya, wala yung guhit sa ibaba, so magiging false statement. So yung last step natin is ipa-plot natin yung x-intercept tsaka yung y-intercept. So ito yung 50, 0. Ayan. And then ito naman yung 0, 25. And then i-connect natin yung line na yon. And then since naging true yung ating test point kanina, it means yung shaded region natin is yung sa lower portion ng line natin. And then gagamit tayo ng solid line. Okay. So ito ang itsura niya. And then yung next naman na gagawin natin is i-list down natin yung 3 possible solutions. Kasi ito yung nire-require na sa atin ng problem. So, yung mga possible solutions is yung mga nakapaloob dito sa blue portion na ito. Kung mapapansin nyo, hindi naka-shade yung bandang ilalim na portion. It's because pera po kasi yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. So, wala namang bilang ng pera na negative. So, yung mga possible solutions na pwede nating isulat, yan, pwede yung 10, 15. Pwede rin naman yung 20 tsaka 10. Or pwede rin naman yung 35, 5. So, pwede yung mga iba nating mga points as long as nasa loob sila ng shaded region na yan, yung kulay blue. And then yung next naman is systems of linear inequalities in 2 variables. So, a system of linear inequalities is a set of 2 or more inequalities which can be solved and graphed simultaneously. So, systems, ibig sabihin po, hindi lang po isang inequality yung ating maigagraph, maisosolve, kundi dalawa. And then, also, the solution of a system of linear inequalities are the set of ordered pairs that satisfy each inequality of the given system. So mamaya makikita nyo po kung paano i-graph yung systems of linear inequalities in 2 variables, and then makikita nyo yung region na kung saan nag-overlap sila, and that is what we call yung solution nila, kung saan sila nag-overlap. So let's have the problem. Show algebraically and graphically that 1, -6 is a solution of the system of inequalities 2x minus 3y is greater than or equal to 12 and 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to -6. So, show algebraically, it means kailangan po nating isolve. Doon pa lang po kasi makikita natin kung solution ba yung 1, -6 ng given system of inequalities. And then yung graphically, from the root word graph, so, kailangan nating ipakita na nakagraph sila sa coordinate plane. So, unahin natin yung 2x minus 3y is greater than or equal to 12. So, ang gagawin lang po natin, itong 1, -6 na ito, isa-substitute natin sa dalawang inequalities. So, magiging 2 times 1 minus 3 times -6 is greater than or equal to 12. And then 2 times 1, that is 2, negative 3 times negative 6, that is positive 18, is greater than or equal to 12. And then 2 plus 18, that is 20, is greater than or equal to 12. So, this is a true statement. It's because 20 is greater than or equal to 12. Next, 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 6. So again, we substitute 1 negative 6 to the given inequality. So magiging 3 times 1 plus 2 times negative 6 is greater than or equal to negative 6. And then 3 times 1, that is 3. And then 2 times negative 6, that is negative 12, is less than or equal to negative 6. Finally, 3 plus negative 12, that is negative 9, is less than or equal to negative 6. Is negative 9 less than or equal to negative 6? Yes. So this is also a true statement. So by showing algebraically, we can conclude that 1 negative 6 is a solution of the system of inequalities 2x minus 3y is greater than or equal to 12 and 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 6. Nakita nyo naman po, upon substituting, naging true po yung ating statement. So let's have the solution using graphical method. So graph the system of inequalities. 2x minus 3y is greater than or equal to 12 and 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 6. So the first step, of course, we have to replace the inequality symbols with an equal sign. So the resulting equations are 2x minus 3y is equal to 12 and 3x plus 2y is equal to negative 6. So yung next step natin is kunin natin yung intercepts, x and y intercepts. So let's have the first equation, 2x minus 3y is equal to 12. So magiging 2x minus 3 times 0 is equal to 12. And then 2x minus 0, so 0 na po yung 3 times 0, so equals 12 na lang tayo. So, and then i-divide natin both sides by 2. So, the value of x is 6. So, yung x-intercept po natin is 6, 0. And then yung y-intercept naman po, 2 times 0 minus 3y is equal to 12. Magiging negative 3y is equal to 12. And then we divide both sides by negative 3. So, the value of y is negative 4. And then yung y-intercept natin, 0, negative 4. And then finally, yung next equation natin, yung second equation natin, 3x plus 2y is equal to negative 6. 3x plus 2 times 0 is equal to negative 6. And then 3x is equal to negative 6. Dividing both sides by 3. So the value of x is negative 2. So to write the x-intercept, that is negative 2, 0. And then our y-intercept, 3 times 0 plus 2y is equal to negative 6. And then 2y is equal to negative 6 divided by 2. So in both sides, so magiging y is equal to negative 6 divided by 2, that is negative 3. And then yung ating y-intercept will be 0, negative 3. So we have there the x and y intercepts of the given equations. So pwede na po nating i-plot yan sa coordinate plane. So yung next step natin, let's identify what type of lines will be used. Since the inequality symbols of the given system of inequalities are greater than or equal to and less than or equal to, both solid lines will be used in graphing. So, kitang-kita naman po yung mga inequality symbols na ginamit, may mga guhit sa ibaba. So, pareho po silang solid lines. So, kung yung isa dyan, walang guhit, magiging broken line po. Broken line tsaka solid line. So, yung next step natin, determine which part of the plane will be shaded by choosing one test point, which is negative 3, 0. So again, in choosing test point, it could be any point as long as nasa loob po yan ng coordinate plane. So isa-substitute lang natin yung negative 3, 0 sa dalawang inequality. So let's have 2x minus 3y is greater than or equal to 12. So 2 times negative 3 minus 3 times 0 is greater than or equal to 12. 2 times negative 3, that is negative 6. And then negative 3 times 0, that is 0. So negative 6 is greater than or equal to 12. Negative 6 is greater than or equal to 12. This is a false statement. Next, 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 6. 3 times negative 3 plus 2 times 0 is less than or equal to negative 6. And then 3 times negative 3, that is negative 9, is less than or equal to negative 6. So, upon checking, this is a true statement. So, ibig sabihin lang po niyan, dun sa first inequality natin, imbis na upper portion po yung masya-shade, yung lower portion po. And then sa pangalawa naman, since naging true siya, so yung lower portion po ang masya-shade. Okay? So, let's have the graphical presentation of 2x minus 3y is greater than or equal to 12. So, plot the x-intercept, 6, 0, and y-intercept, 0, negative 4. So, ayan po yung magsisilbing graph niya. So, that is 6, 0, and then 0, negative 4. So, as you can see, since naging false po yung statement natin kanina, naging lower portion po yung naka-shade. And then that is the graph of 2x minus 3y is greater than 12. Next, yung graphical presentation naman po ng 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 6. So again, we plot the x-intercept negative 2, 0 and y-intercept 0, negative 3. So ayan. So since naging true naman yung test point natin kanina, so yung lower portion yung naka-shade. So let's have negative 2, 0 and 0, negative 3. So yung mga una nating pinaplot po dyan is yung x-intercept tsaka y-intercept. It's because i-connect lang natin yan to form a line. Next, ito po yung graph ng 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 6. Ayan. And then, since napakita na natin yung graph ng bawat inequality, so ngayon pagsasamahin naman natin sila sa isang coordinate plane para mas makita nyo yung solusyon kanina, yung 1, negative 6. Kung solusyon nga ba talaga siya ng system of inequalities. So naging true siya dun sa pag-solve natin, pag-substitute natin. So using graphical naman, makikita natin siya. Ayan. So, ito yung graph ng 2x minus 3y is greater than or equal to 12. And then, ito naman ang graph ng 3x plus 2y is less than or equal to negative 6. And then, yung solution natin na 1, negative 6, ayan, nasa portion po siya ng mas dark na kulay blue. So, dyan po yung portion na kung saan nag-overlap po yung dalawang inequality. So, yung portion po na yan, yun po yung region na kung saan nagsasatisfy kung ano man yung mga points na nakapaloob dun sa dalawang inequalities. So, pag outside the region, yung ating pinili, hindi po niya isasatisfy. So, after discussing with you the concepts on linear inequalities in two variables, we'll now move on to relations and functions. So, there are different methods or ways on how to illustrate relations and functions, which will be discussed on the next video lessons. So, yun lang. Maraming salamat.